So many people get frustrated with their swim technique because it's not translating into swim speed in the water. They're doing everything right, then why isn't it working? Well, let me show you. Take a look at this.
The difference is swim mobility. The swimmer on the left doesn't have any, the swimmer on the right does. Huge difference.
That's right. Swim mobility is the key to translate that technique that you understand into the water. In this video, we're gonna look at 4 stretches that Michael Phelps actually used to help unlock his max potential. We can copy them and you can do this too. If your neck is not mobile, you won't be able to breathe correct. If your shoulders aren't mobile, you won't be able to put them in the correct position to grab maximum water. If your ankles aren't mobile, your kick will be pulling you backwards. Let's take a look at that split screen one more time and let me show you more in depth what I mean.
First thing I want you to notice is on the left side, my swimmer has stiff and rigid shoulders. He can't put his shoulder in close proximity to his head, whereas Michael Phelps on the right has his shoulder directly to his head. This is huge in the catch and pull and bringing in the bigger muscles of the body. You can't put the power into the water unless you possess this swim mobility.
When I first found out that swim mobility can unlock immediate speed was back when I was in high school. I'm not a natural breaststroker and I knew the technique. Knees close together, ankles go out wide, whip around for a powerful breaststroke kick. But no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't get it right. Until a college swimmer who had the same issue told me, listen Lucas, every night before you go to bed, spend 5 minutes working on your breaststroke flexibility, meaning push your legs into that position needed gently and cautiously, and do that every night, and progressively your mobility in that area will increase and you will be able to execute that technique. I did this for 1 week, people, and the next week my breaststroke split on the 200 IM was 4 seconds faster. This can translate into immediate speed for you, and let me show you those 4 stretches that are the biggest in freestyle. This is the Michael Phelps stretch. You often see him doing it before he dives in for a race. Let me show you how it can help you in the freestyle.
So many swimmers, even though they're basically doing the correct technique, you can see my client here understands it, but his shoulders are so out wide in comparison to his head. He is just not putting maximum power into the water. This is a major issue blocking him from swimming faster.
This stretch is the beginning of loosening up your shoulders and also opening up your chest. You have to realize that in order to have a proper catch and pull, you have to have that shoulder in close proximity to your head. And that's gonna be a major theme in these stretches going forward. If you're way out here like that swimmer that I showed you, you're never gonna have maximum power in your pool. So practice the Michael Phelps stretch, add it to your routine after every swim as well as before bed at night. Next is the Streamline stretch. Not only do it this way, but go from one side to the other side. And this is huge for body position. If you can't get into this position maxed out as much as possible, you will have less buoyancy in your stroke. Your stroke will literally be fighting the water. And a lot of people who don't come from swimming backgrounds, they can only do like this, and their shoulders are rounded and it pushes their body down, creating much more drag. The more stretched out and buoyant you are, the easier freestyle becomes, and that translates into real speed. Now, if you're watching this and think this might be something that is holding me back, I've created a free swim potential quiz that will let you know where you stand now. It takes 60 seconds, you can get a score and find out what you need to work on. Check the link in the description below. Michael Phelps is known to have one of the most powerful kicks in swimming. And the way we can unlock a powerful kick for us is to make sure that we have loose and relaxed ankles. If you have stiff and rigid ankles, your legs are not adding anything to your stroke. Actually worse, they're pulling away from your stroke, literally kicking you backwards. Simple ankle stretches by sitting down on your ankles like this. Of course, go according to pain tolerance, and then going deeper by leaning back. Doing ankle rolls whenever you're watching TV in your free time can really increase the floppiness of your ankle. And you wouldn't believe how doing this regularly will unlock kicking speed to your stroke. And you might say, Lucas, how do I know if my ankles are a problem? Well, if your ankles are kicking downwards at 90 degrees, they're literally pulling you backwards. You've got to think dolphin-like. Even when you're flutter kicking, they've got to just be like a whip action from the hip. And you can't achieve that without floppy ankles. Now, this next one is huge, and it's actually one of the most overlooked mobility things in swimming, and that is, of course, the neck. If you have a stiff and rigid neck, not only can you not breathe properly, you most likely are adding injury risk to your shoulder. Because if your neck is too tight and you try to put your shoulder in the correct position for swimming that is needed in correct technique, you're probably gonna injure the rotator cuff, because a stiff neck won't allow that shoulder to get there, and if you force it there without mobility, you're gonna injure it. So you have to increase the flexibility in your neck. Increasing mobility in the neck is a fragile issue. You have to be really careful, and I highly advise don't try to increase it by looking upwards. Focus on looking down and to the left and to the right. And I like to do neck rolls, but really slow. I start with it down, I turn to one side as far as I can. I don't try to go deep yet. Then I go back down, turn to the other side. And I repeat this several times, trying to go further and further each time. Then I like to apply gentle pressure on my head and push downwards and do the same thing. But you have to go according to pain tolerance. If you do this consistently, just like the other stretches, you will see big results. But also, I have a special tool that can actually help increase mobility in the neck much faster.
Most swimmers try to stretch their neck, but the problem is the muscle is already so tight that you can't actually access more range. This is something I see all the time, especially with beginners like my wife, who didn't come from a swimming background. Her neck gets stiff and limits her rotation and breathing every time. So this is something I've been using from SKG to help with that. What's different about this is that it's not just a surface massage. It combines vibration with tens and M's pulse technology, which basically means it sends small electrical pulses into the muscle to make it contract and release. So instead of just a relaxing massage to the muscle, it's actually helping get deeper tension out. Runs at a medium frequency pulse around that 4 to 7K range, so it's strong enough to reach deeper muscle layers, but still comfortable to use. And on top of that, it uses near infrared light around 850 nanometers, which goes below the skin, not just the surface, to heat. That helps improve blood flow, reduces inflammation, and speeds up recovery in the muscles. And for swimming, this matters more than you think, because if your neck is tight, your rotation gets restricted, your breathing gets rushed, and everything starts to feel harder than it should. So I'll use this for a few minutes before I go and swim to loosen things up first. And then when you go back into the stretch, you can actually access more range. It's just a much more effective way to open up the neck than trying to force a stretch on tight muscles. If you want to get your SKG neck massager, click the link in the description.
If you're watching this and realizing that mobility is indeed a huge issue for you, I've made something that is more tangible and an exact routine I give to my swimmers to unlock their mobility. It's called Morph Your Body into a Swimmer. I believe it's like $14. You can find it in the link in the description, and you can figure out how to do this. Guys, if you're finding value in this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Now, I've been coaching for years and I've worked with hundreds of swimmers. And over the years, I've realized that swimmers are making the same mistakes over and over again. If you want to speed up your progress and make sure that you're not making those mistakes, I've made a video for that. And if you want to check it out, click it right here. And until next time, take care.